Okay, hi you guys. Happy Wednesday, September 14th. I am a hot mess and I'm going to talk about it today for a little bit. My hair's sweaty and wet and I just got out of the shower. I took like a 2-second shower, so I don't know if I'm really even clean, but I'm here. And so I wanted to just kind of talk about that for a second. This morning, I woke up, I didn't sleep in, I didn't hit snooze on my alarm like I did yesterday, which was why I was a hot mess yesterday. And I got up at 6 o'clock, ready to do I knew my workout was 40 minutes, so a little longer than I usually prepare for. And I thought I would give myself plenty of time and, you know, have my shower and put on makeup and do all this stuff before the team call. I was even gonna go to my office today. I actually have an office, you guys, and I never use it, but I was actually gonna go there today, so it would be a really cute background, but things don't always work out, right? I have 2 little girls that it was picture day today, and at the last minute, they decided they wanted their hair curled, and both have long hair. One has really thick hair, so I curled hair for an hour and 15 minutes this morning. I didn't get to get my workout in like I had planned. You know, life it doesn't, especially when you're running your own business and you're at home, life is not always gonna go the way that you plan. And you have to be, in this business, you have to be able to adjust and to just accept the changes that are gonna come and roll with it. That is one of the biggest things that's, you know, it's always, I think for women especially, because we have in our mind that we wanna do this and we wanna do that. Every day before I come in here and I start to work, I want my whole kitchen clean. I want the counters wiped off and everything. And I even had time to do that this morning before I started this, because in my mind, it just makes me feel better and it makes me more productive and it makes me want to work harder. And I realized last night I had all the rags washed and I asked the girls to fold them, and I have no idea where them and their dad put the rags. They aren't under the sink. I mean, where are they? I don't know. So I couldn't clean the kitchen. So my kitchen's a mess. And so you guys, it's just like in this business, you're gonna talk to people. People are made like, I mean, I know everybody isn't Christian, and I am, and Adam and Eve really messed things up for us. People are not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. People will let you down. It's just part of life, and it's part of who we are as people. People are made to let people down. And, you know, you're going to have times where people tell you they're going to sign up as coaches. They're going to tell you they're going to sign up with challenge packs. They're going to tell you this and that. And you just have to be willing to accept the change that may come and keep moving forward, no matter how upsetting it may be, no matter how devastating it may be. Maybe you see someone, I know Lauren shared in the group the other day that she saw someone she'd been thinking about for coaching that she hadn't asked yet. She saw that they had signed up as a coach with someone else. You know, you have to be that's why you have to put yourself out there over and over and over again. And today we're really going to talk about, you know, ways that you can do that. And I'm going to start and give you guys some things that I want to kind of see people adjusting in this business, because in this business, you can make money from retail and commission, and that's great. But if you really want to grow a steady income, you're going to have to start bringing in coaches. And I feel like our team is doing so good with commission and sales, and all of that is super awesome. But some people need to adjust their focus into coaches, getting coaches, bringing in coaches. And so I'm going to share with you guys some stuff today, and then Sherelle's going to share with you guys some of her tips. And then we're going to have Felicia come on and share with you a system that she's using that's helping her. So I want to talk a little bit about planning your month and being intentional. The biggest part of this business is to be intentional and to have things planned out, because that's where you're going to see growth. when you're doing you go on a road trip, right? And you pull out of the driveway and you don't know whether you're going to turn left or right to get where you're going. So you have to have a plan, right? And it's the same way with this business. It's the same way. You can't go on a road trip and get where you're going without knowing how to get there. You don't get anywhere in this business unless you're intentional and you set the plans ahead of time and you do those things over and over again to grow and to get where you want to be. And the best thing about this business is there's never a time that you're going to feel like I'm where I want to be right now, because you can always keep going more and more and more. You can make more money. You can do more. You can go on and on and on. I mean, there's really, to me, like there's no limit in this business like most jobs, which is amazing, and why so many can benefit from this business if they do it the right way and they're intentional with what they want. So I know we talk all the time about goals and dream boards and all of these things. You have to have all those things, but you also have to have a schedule, a set schedule that you're following every month. So let's talk about that for a little bit, because we have everything. And another thing is, like I was saying, you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to have all the answers as you start this and as you bring coaches onto your team. I've been doing this, full time for a year and a half now, and I still make mistakes all the time. And I just have to know that I'm trying to better my system and things that work. I have to try different things that work, and different things will work with different people. So you have to, that's one of your main things, is you have to know the different people that you're working with and see how you can be a help to them. And, other than that, someone messaged me last night and she was like, I just feel like I'm not being a good leader to someone. And that is not the problem. And I want to tell you guys right now, never think of yourself like you're not good enough or you're not giving other people what they need because you don't see them progressing. Because in this business, if you are doing what you need to do, that is the number one. If you are hitting Success Club, if you are adding a couple, 3 or 5 or however, depending on your goals, if you're adding however many coaches a month that you want to get where you're going, because you add 5 coaches a month, you might have one. You may have one that is going to be a successful person in this business. It's going to go and it's going to grow and it's going to go with you. But I would say 1 out of 10 is more of a likely number, because that's why it's taken me so long to get where I am right now, because I think I've sponsored probably, I don't even know, a couple of 100 people, and those couple of 100 people are not doing anything. They're not all doing anything with the business, right? They quit. You have people that quit a week later. You have people that quit a month later, whatever it may be. Just like on the fitness journey. People are not, it's not always going to be their time. It's not always going to be what's for them. Always rolling with the punches and moving forward, right? So if you want to be your own boss, you have to actually act like it, and you have to tell yourself that you are your own boss. You have to tell yourself that over and over and over again until you believe it, because when you believe it, other people are going to believe that in you. They're going to see that in your posting. They're going to see that in your, the people that come on with you as coaches, the people that come and do challenge groups with you, whatever it is in this business, people are going to see that when you see that. And that's the only time that they're going to see it. And if you don't see that and you don't present that and you don't act like that leader, then you're not going to have anyone want to join you in anything that you are trying to do to build your business. So I want to talk a little bit about a monthly schedule. And the thing is I can give you tips, and Sherelle can give you tips, and Felicia can tell you things that are working for them. But the thing is that you have to be your own boss, and you have to take these things that we tell you and you have to try them, and you have to see what works for you, because what works for someone else may not work for you, but you may get some tips just from doing it that you can take away and use. So I want to talk about a monthly schedule and having a set intentional monthly schedule every single month. Okay, and here's some things that I think are the best way to do this. And these are some things that I'm kind of thinking that I'll be changing too, because I'm always changing things too. Like, things don't always work and you have to change things up depending on who you are. So first week of the month, free group. Number one, first week of the month, free group. Free clean eating group. I mean, a free clean eating group is such a solid way to get people interested in what you do and how you're doing it. And like I said, be intentional. Whether it's, if you can only commit for 3 days to that group, then only commit for 3 days. If you can do it for 5, great. If you can do it for 7, then great. But if you're like me and you know that you're not going to commit 7 days to a free group, then don't do it. Do 3 days. Do what works for you. But have something every first month of the month. Have a free group. And if you're not ready to do that by yourself yet, you know, that's why we have this team. Go and find a partner that you can team up with. You guys get on a phone call together so that nothing will be misunderstood. And you talk about who's going to lead this. Maybe if you can only do it 1 day of the week or 2 days, maybe if you work full time, whatever it may be. Maybe if you can only post in the morning, then you do that and you find a partner that can do it the other time so that you're not feeling so overwhelmed. Because even when you're doing this free group for 1 week of the month, you have other things that you have to be intentional about that you need to be doing, such as posting 3 to 5 times a day, such as working on your own fitness journey and not missing your workouts and being a product of the product, drinking your Shakeology, showing, you know, what this business is doing for you. So second week of the month, Glimpse group, Glimpse into Coaching group, a live webinar. If you are feeling crazy and you're just loving this business so much, then go and just do a video. Go get on YouTube and be like, you know, post it on Facebook and be like, I'm going to talk tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm going to talk about this amazing Beachbody business. You have to put yourself out there, you guys. I didn't start growing in this business until I would put myself out there and make these posts or these videos that I was like sweating and turning red in, and like afterwards sometimes or before crying in, where I was like so emotional and so scared of what people were gonna think. I mean, I didn't start growing in this business until I started to do that. And it wasn't that I was being intentional, though now I see that I was, because being intentional in your business is sharing who you are and getting uncomfortable and talking to people and sharing this opportunity with them, because that's how you grow and that's how you be intentional. So I was being intentional without even knowing that that's what I was supposed to do. Because when I started, I didn't have weekly team calls. I've never, you know, had those so many opportunities that you guys actually have in our training and in our team that we have now. I never had that. So, so that you guys, that's another thing. Use these things, this entrepreneurship group. I see so many of you guys, like I'm so proud that so many of you guys are liking stuff in there. I see that you are doing these groups that you're in. And some people are in one group this month and some people are in another. So if you ever are confused, I know sometimes some people will talk about something and you're like, what are they talking about? Just don't worry about it. Sometimes some people in our group don't realize that other people are in different groups, like this month when we have 2 trainings for different people at different levels. So that's another thing I just wanted to throw out there. And so first week, clean eating or a free challenge group of some sort. Intentional. Write that down. Get that on your schedule every month. Second week, do some type of glimpse group. I think that's when we will run ours from now on. And I don't know that we will rerun it every single month, but at least every other month we will rerun that group. And I think we're going to stick to the way that we have done it this month and do live videos, because that's just easier for people these days. People don't care about reading. They just, you know, the videos are quick, they're easy. You get to know people, and that's really good. And another thing is, I don't mind who, it doesn't matter what rank you are, anyone can volunteer to, and I'm going to actually get a group opened maybe in the next few weeks or something, and it'll be like a volunteer to speak or something group where other people can do that too, because it's really good. Like I was saying, you put yourself out there and you show that you're a leader. And when you do these videos, like everyone that did these videos this week are, you know, leaders in our team. And some of them, I don't think, maybe one of them was fine with doing a video, but everybody else was nervous. Like, you see these people and you think they're doing so good, and you think all these things, but everybody gets nervous. Everybody gets nervous to go on a live video. I still get nervous to go on live videos and to put myself out there and talk, and especially live, because, I mean, when I used to record videos, I would redo them 500 times, but now you do it live and you're like, oh gosh, you know, and it's just so nerve-wracking. But it's good because those live videos, people see them more. They come into the news feed more, and we're seeing that they're creating more in social media. So that's why we do them. So so the second week, and even another little tip is, even if, like, next month, if I don't decide to rerun the Glimpse group, you can still use the Glimpse group. You can still be posting about it, and you can still add people in there. And I actually like the way that I'm going to be running more serious challenge groups now, is where, like, in that group, no one can post on the wall, so it doesn't get all, you know, just crazy looking. Like, it just was driving me crazy the way that, you know, everybody posting on a wall. So now, coaches, for all of you guys, when you add someone, you have to tag them in the actual video or post, because you're not going to be able to do it in the wall. And we're also, for our Fall into Fitness challenge, or Fall into Christmas challenge group, we're going to, like, if you guys saw my post this morning, I explained that a little more. If you didn't, go back and read that. And we're going to run that in our big challenge group, but I'm going to make that group the same way. So that, and the reason that I'm doing that is because I don't want to close out a group that people have paid something to be in. I've never wanted to do that. So, but I do want to see, and I want you guys that have added people in there to be able to see who is still in it. And this can give people a chance that you haven't talked to, that maybe fell off the wagon. This can give them a chance. You know, you can message them and be like, look, we're starting this new again. I don't know if you've fallen off, but we're going to do this again. And now it's only going to be where people can comment. We're going to actually do a set thing, and that's what I was talking about, weekly. I want different coaches to do different themes, and I still want other coaches to be posting in the group where challengers can comment under our post, our valuable post. Not just sweaty selfies and stuff. I want them to be a little bit more value. Sweaty selfies are fine, but I want more value in the post. So, and if you're up for that, then you can just let me know. And if you're not, then that's okay. That's why I said comment below in that, because if you're not up for doing that, then that's okay. Like, we'll have people that will, so it's not a big deal. And you can still use it either way. So, third week of the month, that's when you want to be starting a new challenge group, okay? So third week of the month, you're going to have challenge group. So this is your calendar. You've got first week of the month, free clean eating group or whatever. Second week of the month, glimpse into coaching group. Third week of the month, my new challenge group begins. Fourth week of the month, my notes are really messy. Fourth week of the month, hold on. Fourth week of the month, you're just working on that challenge group. You take your 2 solid weeks, your third week and your fourth week, and you focus on that challenge group. You focus on the challengers in there, and you're focusing on your new coaches that have came from this, and you're being intentional. Because when you're a coach, what feels better than helping people win that free t-shirt and win the Beachbody Challenge and getting amazing results? Nothing feels better. And you need to take your time and be intentional in helping the people that have joined you. And people are going to fall off, but that's okay. Okay? So I just broke down the first, second, third, and fourth week of your month. Every single month. Okay, you guys? And I see so many people and they're just, you know, going with the motions and they don't have a plan. And when you get the plan and you're intentional with the plan, that's when you're going to see things move, and that's where you're going to see you're going to create things from it. And so here's what I want to go into now is I've got your solid calendar set for the month. So what do you need to do to be intentional to get people in, okay? So the end of the month, the 3rd and 4th week of the month, what do you want to be posting about? A lot. You want to be posting about your free group, okay? So that you can get people into that free group the next month. Because people need time. They need time to see, and it's not like you can only post one time about this. That's why, you guys, posting 3 to 5 times a day is such an important part of this business, because we need to post the things that we're being intentional about and we're trying to get people into. We can't just post about it one time. When you're trying to get people into a free group, you need to do it ahead of time. When you're trying to get people into a glimpse into coaching group, you need to do it ahead of time. When you are trying to get people into your challenge group, you have to do it ahead of time. And you have to do it at least 2 times. I think that's a great number for me. I have to post about these things 2 times, and I give myself some space always between those things. And let me tell you guys, you have to have a story with those posts. You have to actually sit down and take some time to think about your story and why this is important to you and why you're doing this and why you're running this free challenge group, why you're doing this paid into challenge group, why are you doing a paid into challenge group? Because you want to make money? No, because it's helped you, because Shakeology has helped you, because your fitness program has helped you. And guess what? You've already been planting that seed, getting your workouts in every day and showing your health and fitness journey, posting about Shakeology and what it's doing for you and all these things. And let me tell you guys something else. Getting coaches is not that hard when you are presenting. When you talk about Shakeology, talk about the discount. Why would you not want to give people the discount, right? It's actually, so you think about it and you're like, maybe I just want to make commission. You still make, they don't call it commission, but you still make money. If someone goes to buy a challenge pack from you and they sign up as a coach instead, so this was my thought when I first signed up, right? Because when you first sign up, where do you make your money? From commission. But what I thought about was how I wanted to get to Emerald. I wanted to get to Diamond so that people would see that, and so people would want to join me more, okay? Because seeing those posts are showing that you're running the business. So it's intentional, okay? And so when you are talking to people about challenge groups, this is what I used to always do. I thought about how I would still get the commission if I invited them to be a coach. They could have the discount, so then they could keep getting Shakeology at a discount, because I love Shakeology and they're going to love Shakeology. Shakeology helped me lose 2 pant sizes the first month that I used it, so it's going to help them if they're using it right and they're doing a little workout here and there. And they're going to stay with it. They could become a discount coach. They could become a coach like I did. You never know. But they'll probably just be a discount coach maybe. And that's totally fine, because that's going to help you rank advance. And when you rank advance, that is being intentional in your business, because you're going to be able to do more. When you're an Emerald coach, you're going to be able to get free leads. That's going to bring in more money for you. You're going to be feeling better about this business. When you're not making any money from the business, or I guess that's what it was for me. It was starting to see a check come in and thinking, wow, you can actually make money from this business. So how can I be intentional to keep making more money and to keep showing more people that they should join me, and to keep sharing my story and telling people who I am and why I'm doing this, no matter how uncomfortable it makes me feel, okay? And here's the biggest thing, you guys. If you're not asking people, then the answer is going to be no. Like, I mean, if you're not inviting people, you're not talking about this, you're not sharing this with everyone you see, then the answer is going to be no. You're never going to have anyone join you as a coach. You're never going to have anyone join a challenge group, because you have to ask. You have to get uncomfortable, and you have to put yourself out there. So ways you can do that: share income. I shared income when I made like a $20 check. Okay? Like, you don't have to make $1,000 to share your income. I shared income when I could go to Hobby Lobby and like buy one item for my house, because I was happy about that. I was excited because it was an income that I hadn't made in a long time. So share income. And if you're not comfortable sharing that income yet, share someone else's. Talk about how Angela is a full-time, she works full-time, and she has kids, and she has a family, and she's rocking this business. She's bringing in, she's changing people's lives, whatever. Don't tag that person. This is another big thing. You don't have to tag that person. You have these people on your team because you like them and you're proud of them and all these things. You do not have to tag them. That's another big thing, because you don't need your people that are following you to go to someone else and blah, 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 blah. You can talk about people and not tag them. So just jot that down. Make sure you don't do that. You don't need to tag me. You don't even need to tag me. When you do things, don't tag me, because just do it for your business, okay? Be intentional. Okay, share about your life as a coach. Share help wanted ads with your face on them. Bring your story into it, because just the flyer, they don't work. I don't know. Do they work for you guys? They don't work for me. So bring your face into it. Bring your story into it. Always think about how you want to be intentional in sharing your story, because people see your stuff, and if you're not sharing who you are and why you're doing it and everything else, you're not going to have people come to you either. So, okay, and another thing about mapping out that month, you guys, and having those goals set down, is you're gonna succeed. Just like I was talking about with driving, you're gonna get where you're going. If you're going on a road trip and you actually map out where you're going and you're intentional and you have set where you're going, you're gonna get there, right? It's the same with this business. Every month, if you come into it, just like I told you, and you go through these steps and you're doing it, it may not be right off and you may not hit every goal, but I can almost guarantee you're gonna go through half of those goals that you've set for yourself in a month if you do these things and you be intentional. Okay, I think that's it. I talked longer than I was going to. But, so, should we go ahead and end this and hop back on, Sherelle, for you guys to talk? Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this call, and now Sherelle and Felicia are going to share some tips. So if you can get back on, that would be awesome. Sherelle's going to go and put the link in right now.